John chapter 16 and verse 33, Jesus establishes a couple of principles. He says this, I've told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble. But take heart, I have overcome the world. You know, I'm amazed at Christians who panic when things go wrong. Jesus promised that things would go wrong. Things have always gone wrong. There's always been wars, always been rumors of wars, always been plagues, always been persecution. In fact, often when there are wars, when there are plagues, when there are persecution, the church flourishes. Jesus didn't say you're not going to have any trouble. He actually promised us trouble. In this world, you will have trouble. But don't panic. In me, there is peace. And I promise to be with you. 3 things to bear in mind. Number 1, face the facts. Face the facts. So there's a pandemic. One of the great advantages of being a historian, and that's what I am, is that I don't panic when bad things happen. Because bad things will always happen. Romans chapter 4 and verse 18, Abraham and Sarah couldn't have children. Did they deny it? No. It says, against all hope, Abraham in hope believed, and so became the father of many nations. For just as it had been said to him, so shall your offspring be, without weakening in his faith. Listen to this. He faced the fact that his body was as good as dead, since he was about 100 years old, and that Sarah's womb was also dead. Yet he didn't waver through unbelief regarding the promise of God, but was strengthened in his faith and gave glory to God. I'm not denying the facts. We're in a mess. There's a pandemic. There's a virus. I don't want to talk about it all the time, but the fact is it's there. Are you with me? Yeah. Face the facts. Do what the government says. Follow the rules. If they say don't shake hands, don't shake hands. But don't bury your head in the sand and pretend it doesn't exist. The second thing is praise his name. In me you have peace. We've got to praise his name whatever the circumstances. Faith is not dependent on circumstances. It's dependent on what God has said and about who he is. And he's always worthy of praise. Look at this, Habakkuk chapter 3. It says this, though the fig tree doesn't bud, and there are no grapes on the vine, though the olive crop fails, and the fields produce no food, and though there is no pasta in the shops, and no toilet rolls in the store, just going for the original Hebrew, yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will be joyful in God my Savior. No one, it doesn't matter what is thrown against us, what laws are changed, what virus comes, what loss we may have to endure. Nobody is going to take my joy. Because my joy is in him. Face the facts and praise his name. And the third thing that John 16:33 says is confess the promises. Listen to this. Psalm 91, you will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor coronavirus that stalks in the darkness, nor the COVID-19 that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. I have no idea what the future holds. I don't even know what tomorrow will bring. I certainly don't know what next week will bring. But I know that God's word lasts forever. It will not die. His words never fail. As you go, remember these 3 facts. Face the facts. Praise his name. Confess the promise. If I could shout any louder, I'd shout it from the rooftops. Don't panic. God knows what He's up to. Are you with me? Don't panic. Don't despair. Count it pure joy. This is just a growth experience. This is just an opportunity to lose something and gain something else. I'm going to step into a new season. I'm going to step into a new destiny. I'm going to step into a new place. And I'm going to come back a better person because God has designed me for this. Verse 5. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God who gives generously to all without reproach, and it will be given him. Let him ask in faith with no doubting. For the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea that is driven and tossed by the wind. For that person will not suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways. This is a test of your faith. Don't disconnect. Don't despair. Don't doubt now. Don't doubt. If you need wisdom, ask for wisdom. If you need healing, ask for healing. If you need blessing, ask for blessing. But don't let this storm toss you backwards and forwards. Remain steadfast, because it goes on to say, where there is steadfastness, there is a reward. Don't blame everyone else. How quick we are to blame everyone else. Don't blame God. Every good gift comes from God. God didn't do this. There are some stupid Christians out there who are blaming this on God. Or the sin of the people. We've all sinned. Hello? Jesus says, stop worrying about everyone else's sin and start thinking about how you can change and be better. We're in a broken world. Do you want to blame anyone? Blame Adam. He was the original idiot. We live in a fallen community with disease and death, and we're going to have to live with it. But God is faithful. And I'm telling you this, whatever happens in the future, when God brings us together, because He will, we're going to be better for it. Because He's the God of the miraculous. Amen? Let's all stand.